Hello, my name's John, this is July's Hobby Roundup, and you're watching Wargames, Models, and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be having a look at some of the things I've been working on this month, so let's just jump straight into it. So to start with, classic Genestealers. I made a video of me putting these together, so I'll leave that link in the description. I do love these classic models, and I found a few other bits and pieces that I can put together with these to make quite an interesting army at some point. As well as modelling these, I also primed Bioscience Terminated, the standard model just here, as well as the conversion that I did. Although I did it a little over a month ago, I'll leave a link in the description to these ones, but these are ready to paint. I've just got to think of the style that I want to do those with. So a bit of Imperial Guard, some Astra Militarum. For one of my hobby half hours this month, I built this artillery piece. I've still got to do the other weapons for this, but I was putting this together for a new Imperial Guard army that I'm working on, and I prepped a few other models for that, so let's have a look at those as well. So the first models we have are some of the metal rattlings. They're the last release rather than the current plastic ones. I don't have any of the classic metal ones, but I do like these ones. So these are in my new Imperial Guard army. Always like these models, and I'm going to look forward to painting them. If you want to see a video of me starting them, please drop it in the comments. I'm happy to create some content around these little guys. As well as the rattlings, I started prepping a few other models for paint. Here we have some of the classic metal Kasrkin, as well as a Vostroyan lieutenant there. The new Imperial Guard army I'm making has been in the works for quite a while. Basically all of the miniatures in it are going to be old metal ones. So if you'd like to see a video of me running through that, please drop it in the comments. But I'm looking forward to working on these over the coming months. It's a combined Cadian and Vostroyan force, so it's going to be something that looks quite interesting. But yeah, I've prepped these ready for paint this month, and I'm looking forward to doing those. So here we have some Grey Hunters. Although I don't really want to start any new projects at the moment, I couldn't resist with the new Space Wolf Codex coming out, so I put together this squad of Grey Hunters and got them all primed. I am looking forward to painting these, as I haven't painted Space Wolves in quite a while. But these weren't the only Space Wolf models that I worked on. I did work on quite a few others this month. So we have Ragnar Blackmane. I lost the instructions to this guy a while ago, so I did a little video of making by numbers, and it's a really nice kit to put together. There's not much more to say on Ragnar. I put together some Wolfguard Terminators as well. Really like this squad. It's quite a nice dynamic to have the close combat weapons as well as the ranged weapons like the assault cannon. It is a shame that you don't have the heavy flamer or anything like that with them, but as Space Wolves can have normal Terminator squads as well, you can kind of fill in the gaps that way. But really like these models and the way that they look. I'm looking forward to getting some paint on these as well. As with my other Space Wolf models, if you want to see a video of me painting them, please drop it in the comments. I'm quite happy to put together a few videos on painting these guys. Some more Space Wolves I worked on this month. I'll leave a link in the description for the videos. Some classic style long fangs. So a Devastator squad converted up as these Primaris long fangs. Really happy with the Sergeant over anything else, as I made it look like the original Space Wolf Longfang Sergeant, which is one of my favourite models, and the classic Longfang squad is one of my favourite squads of all time, so I'm really happy with the way that these turned out, and I'm looking forward to getting some of these painted up. Some more Terminators. This month in my hobby half hours, I started putting together my Deathwatch Terminators. The hobby half hour videos were something new this month, where I'd spend half an hour working through something on my hobby in real time, no cuts or anything like that, so what you see is what you get. I'm playing around with the concept at the moment, so if you've got any suggestions, please drop it in the comments. But the models that I've got, we have the Blood Angel, the Salamander, the Black Shield, the Raven Guard, And finally, another Space Wolf. So there is the Space Wolf Sergeant of this squad. And to finish up this month, a little conversion. This originally was a Watcher in the Dark from the old Dark Angel Deathwing Terminator squad, but I've converted it into what some people will already recognise as the Death of Rats from Discworld, and next month I've decided to do a few Warhammer 40,000 Discworld crossover videos, so if you're interested in seeing those, it'll be on Wednesdays and Sundays throughout August. We're going to have a few different videos based on Discworld and Warhammer 40,000. And now all I can say is thank you so much for tuning in. My name's John, and you've been watching Wargames, Models, and Other Hobbies.